The British explorer Captain James Cook and his crew were the first documented Europeans to visit Hawaii in 1778. Cook's crew accused a Hawaiian chief of stealing a boat, and in retaliation, Cook took Chief Kalaniʻōpuʻu hostage. This prompted another chief to stab Cook in the chest, leaving him dead. Each Hawaiian island was originally ruled by a hereditary chief. When Europeans arrived, they traded weapons with the locals. Kamehameha of Hawaii Island used these new weapons to defeat the hereditary chiefs and unite the islands under his rule in 1795 as the Kingdom of Hawaii. Kamehameha I reigned from 1782 to 1819. Worshipped many gods, believing they were his gods with mana, and through them he became ruler of the kingdom. Kamehameha II reigned from 1819 to 1824, caught measles and died while on a trip to England with his wife and half-sister Kamamalu. Kamehameha III reigned from 1825 to 1854. The Great Mahele allocated 1/3 of all land for the people, but many made no claim, so it was sold to U.S. settlers. The first permanent sugar plantation on Hawaii was established in 1835 when William Hooper leased 980 acres from the king. By the 1850s, the U.S. had imposed higher import tariffs on Hawaiian sugar than the tariffs Hawaii imposed on U.S. goods. Kamehameha IV reigned from 1855 to 1863. Sought trade deals with Europe to limit U.S. trade dependence, which he feared could lead to annexation. Kamehameha V reigned from 1863 to 1872. Eradicated laws against kahuna to encourage traditional practices such as Hawaiian medicine. Lunalilo reigned from 1873 to 1874. Proposed a free trade deal with the U.S. to improve the economy, but dropped it amidst anger over Pearl Harbor. Kalakaua reigned from 1874 to 1891. Dancing the hula was banned, but he legalized it and made it a part of the entertainment at his coronation. Kalakaua signed a free trade agreement with the U.S., called the Reciprocity Treaty of 1875. The treaty permitted, for a period of 7 years, the import of Hawaiian sugar to the U.S. tax-free, and equally Hawaii would not tax U.S. imports. An extension to the Reciprocity Treaty was ratified in 1887 for another 7 years, in exchange for the U.S. lease on Pearl Harbor. The treaty was desirable as it increased Hawaii's income, with the value of exports during Kalakaua's reign increasing by 722%. In 1887, the Hawaiian League, which controlled most of Hawaii's wealth including sugarcane plantations, gathered in public. They demanded the king sign a new constitution removing most of his power, or be deposed by their militia, the Honolulu Rifles. King Kalakaua asked the U.S. for help to solve the crisis, and was advised to follow the League's demands, which he then did. The Bayonet Constitution, written by Lauren A. Thurston, removed most of the king's power, empowered wealthy foreign landowners, and removed most Hawaiians' right to vote. Lili'uokalani reigned from 1891 to 1893. The first woman to rule as Queen of the Kingdom of Hawaii, and also the last monarch on the throne. Overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii. Queen Lili'uokalani proposed a new constitution on the 14th of January 1893 that would restore the monarch's power and eradicate the limitations of the Bayonet Constitution. The 13-member Committee of Safety, who were a group of wealthy U.S. settlers in Hawaii, plotted to overthrow Queen Lili'uokalani after learning of her new constitution. Their goals were to overthrow the monarchy and push for the annexation of Hawaii by the U.S. U.S. diplomat John L. Stevens met with the Committee of Safety, who requested military protection, and he obliged by sending 162 U.S. troops from the nearby warship USS Boston on the 16th of January. The U.S. military maintained a visible presence, while the Queen was kept under house arrest at Iolani Palace, and as she had no military support, was left with no option but to surrender. Queen Lili'uokalani stated in 1893, "Now to avoid any collision of armed forces, and perhaps the loss of life, I do this under protest, and impelled by said force, yield my authority." The Republic of Hawaii was established in July 1894 by members of the Committee of Safety. Royalists launched the 1895 Wilcox Rebellion by bringing arms to Hawaii and planned to seize back control of government buildings, but they were discovered and the leaders captured. Under house arrest, Queen Liliuokalani agreed to abdicate the throne in return for the safe release of her supporters, with the leaders including Robert Wilcox having received the death sentence. Annexation of Hawaii was opposed by U.S. President Grover Cleveland. He said, "The military demonstration upon the soil of Honolulu was of itself an act of war." The existing government, instead of requesting the presence of an armed force, protested against it. William McKinley became the next U.S. president in 1897 and formally annexed Hawaii with a ceremony on the 12th of August 1898 at Iolani Palace, residence of the Hawaiian monarchs.